A mother, Patty Campbell, cried on her front porch as she told BBC News and others about the loss of her daughter, just a bystander in the Boston Marathon.
Everybody that knew her loved her. I can't believe this has happened. She's such a hard worker at everything she did. This doesn't make any sense.
The Boston Marathon bombings occurred on April 15, 2013. 260 people were injured and 3 people were killed, including Patty's daughter. Just like Patty Campbell's daughter, many people lost family members last weekend in Sri Lanka bombings on April 23rd, Easter Sunday. Numerous events happened this April and in the past where people were injured or killed, leaving the rest of the world devastated. People all around the world should be cautious of themselves and their surroundings during the month of April. A series of terrible occurrences have happened during April, like the San Francisco earthquake on April 18, 1906. The Titanic sunk on April 15, 1912. The Notre Dame fire occurred a few weeks ago on April 15, 2019. And bombings occurred in Sri Lanka on April 21st, Eastern 2019. Any information about these can be found anywhere. The Notre Dame fire and the Sri Lanka bombings were all over the news. The bombers targeted churches and hotels in Sri Lanka on Easter, where many would go to celebrate and practice their religion with distant family members and cousins from far away. Notre Dame and the churches in Sri Lanka are places where people celebrate life, and for them to be destroyed, whether it was on purpose or accident, will always be a tragedy. Any disaster can cause harm to millions of people. In these April events, many people were hurt. They can happen any time, whether it's a natural disaster or a terrorist attack. Anybody at the Boston Massacre and the Sri Lankan bombings would be terrified for their lives. Some of these events were quite a few years ago, but affected us greatly. Like the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, that released 134 million gallons of oil in the Gulf of Mexico on April 20th, in 2010. This lasted for 87 days. It killed many marine species and their homes. Oil washed ashore and stuck to seagulls, turtles, and dolphins. It affected 5 states by destroying the coastline, all because of an explosion. It was an accident, but led to many issues afterwards that didn't only impact people, but parts of the world and its ecosystems. April seems to be a pretty bad month. People should be cautious of themselves and their surroundings. It's tough to work around, but people can learn to be more defensive and cautious on the daily.